In this sum, length is 25 plus 25 plus 15, height is 75 and width is 30 plus 30. So what we will do, we will mark origin. We will take 65 on the left hand side, we'll draw vertical line and we'll mark height on it. Same way we'll take 60 on right hand side, we'll draw vertical line. Again, we'll complete the box. After drawing this box, we'll see front view. So if you see front view, this entire unit is one part. See this, the entire structure, it is one only. So what we will do, we will take 15 from here, 15 from here and we will join it. So we will draw it over here. In this plane, we will take 15 from here, 15 from here and we'll join this. Now if you see top view, the same part is behind at a distance of 30 plus 30, right? The same thing is behind because this entire thing is one unit. Whatever is there in the front, the same thing is behind. So what we will do, we will take 60 behind. From here we'll go 60 behind and we will draw this slope. Now after completing this, we will draw circle. Now if you observe in front view and top view, in the main diagram, circle is in top view, but if you see front view, you will realize that it is on slope. So what we will do, we will draw a circle outside which is of diameter 40. Then we'll divide this into 8 parts. We'll take 5 mm, 5 mm, 10 mm, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So we have divided circle 40, diameter 40 into 8 parts. So what we will do, we will mark this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 0, right? Now what we will do, we will find the center in top view. Now if you see, they have given 30 and 25. So we will take 30 from here, we'll draw a line, and take 25 from here and draw a line. So we'll get center of the circle, right? Now we need to locate the center of the circle on inclined surface. So what we will do first, we will take half of this and first we will draw center line for the slope. Now if you see, initially the line was like this, now it is inclined. We can join this also. Now if you see, if I'll keep this point 4, which is the center of the circle, I will write 4 over here. I want to transfer this 4 on the inclined surface. So what I will do, I will draw this line straight. So wherever it will cut, that would be point 4 on inclined surface. All of you got this? See, once again I will explain. If you see the main diagram, this center point which is at 30 and 25, so I have written that point as 4. Now I have got that point, I have taken 30 from here and 25 from here, I got point 4. Then I am taking that point straight down on this inclined center line. You can see that. On that I got this point 4 over here. After that I need to draw a line parallel to this, that means it is 30 degree, and then I will transfer width. I will take 4 to A in my compass and I will cut it on this side, so I will get A as well as B, right? So we have transferred this distance over here, so I have taken directly from here. After this I can mark point 3, so I will mark point 3 over here. I will draw straight down. Wherever it will cut, that point would be 3, and then from there I will draw horizontal line. This distance between this 4 and 3 is 5 mm because I have divided the circle into 5 mm each. So first I have taken the center 4. Now if I want to take point 3, then I have to go up by 5 mm. Then I have to go straight down. Wherever it will intersect with this line, that would be point 3. And then again I will transfer distance, this 3 to this. Let's say this point is C and B. So I have taken 3 to C and 3 to D. and have to transfer over here. So this is D, this is C. Same way I have to do it for point 2. Project down, you'll get point 2. Again you draw horizontal line, take this distance, cut it on both the sides. Same way point 1. See, again we'll take this distance, we'll cut it over here. Same way from point O. So if you see, we got all these points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you join them, you'll get a semicircle. But it won't be a semicircle, it will be an ellipse, half ellipse. Now we need to do the same thing down also. For that, what we will do, we'll take point 5, we'll plot point 5 over here, we'll go down on this line. See, this line is important. This line. So the line which was horizontal earlier, now it is inclined. So I have taken 0.5 on this and I am going down straight on this line. Then I will draw a horizontal line like parallel to this. Again I will take this distance, cut it on both the sides. Again I will take 0.6, 7 and 8 respectively. And I will follow the same method. What I have done earlier on the upper side, the same thing I'll be doing it at downward also. And if you project, you will get point like this. When you join, you will get like this. After this, now if you see front view, this what we have done is inclined circle, this circle, right? But if you see bottom, it's a regular circle, right? Which we can draw it by 4 center method. So what we need to do, we need to find out the center for the bottom. This upper one we got. Now from this center 4, we'll go down straight, and from here also we'll go down straight, and then we'll go parallel to 30 degree. So I will get a point. Over there I have to draw rhombus of side 40. Why? Because diameter is 40. So from here you take 20, 20, 20, 20 and draw rhombus. And in this you will draw longest diagonal, midpoint, midpoint. Same way, if you draw, you will get slight curve of the lower portion also, the lower circle. So you can see actually the depth in this view. See the main diagram in front view, this circle is going down. So this circle you can see from here, see this, from here you can see that circle. So actually you can see the depth of this part. So what you need to do, from 4 you go straight down, from here you go down and you find out the center, and from there you draw rhombus. You have to draw rhombus of side 40 because diameter is 40. Then follow the same method, longest diagonal, midpoint, midpoint, join to the opposite corner and draw R. So you will get slight curve which is visible from this view.